Hello everyone, my name is Ark and welcome back to another figure review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Namco Art Scale Nier Automata 2B figure. Bust size is I think a 1/4 or one, I don't remember the actual scale of this figure. But yeah, this is an actual figure that I thought looked pretty nice and I was very interested on because it's just a bust figure. It's not like a full-on like figure that you see from the ground up. But as you can see, it's pretty darn big. Like, it's as big as my hand, like it's in terms of height. So without further ado, let's get her out and see how she looks. Alright, so here we have the beautiful 2B, and I gotta say, this figure is absolutely majestic. I really like it. So, in terms of the height, this figure stands at a whopping nearly 7.5 inches, without counting the base. With the base is nearly at 8 inches altogether. Wow, this figure is something else. Honestly, I know Bandai likes to do sort of like the Ichibansho type of figures and all that kind of stuff, but this one is outstanding. Now, I will say it's a little flat in terms of the color, but besides that, everything else is beautiful. It's beautifully sculpted, I will say that. I love it. It's absolutely magnificent. One thing that I really like is the face. So the face is all that. So in terms of accuracy, I actually do think this figure is extremely accurate. Because this one, if I recall correctly, it's from the anime series. So it's the Nier Automata version 1.1a, which is the anime series that was created for the game pretty much. So realistically, the proportions are going to be based on the game, which I think they were able to capture really well. Overall, I do think the hair looks really nice. It has some really nice shading here and there. Sort of like the transition of the gray all the way to the white on the top, and even still staying a little bit of white, of grayish white. The actual sculpting between the hair is beautiful. Something that I really want to talk about is like the clothing. There's a lot of wrinkles here and there, and the arms are not fully positioned like straight into her torso. They're like a little bit behind her, so she's like taking off a piece of clothing from the looks of it. I don't necessarily know what scene this is, if this is like recalling back to a scene in the actual show, but overall it looks really nice. It has the actual paint inside of the crevices where it would show like some of the mesh fabric that you would have here. So it does have the boobish window, so you can definitely see some of the boob in there, which is really nice. Again, the plastic for the actual clothing is just pure black with a little bit of gloss here and there. The back of it actually has some shading, so the skin actually has shading in here on the actual like muscle crevices and everything like that. So overall, in terms of accuracy, it's pretty well done. Something that I really do like is that you can see the eye moving towards you. So this figure specifically does have tracking eyes by the way that they do it, in terms of if you just remove the top, the front of it, you can see the beauty in those eyes. That's absolutely magnificent. She looks beautiful. And there is a masked version of her. They both have the mole. The lips are pretty much painted the same, but I think, in my opinion, the best way to have her is just with the mask off, because then you can see the eyes. They do track you everywhere you look at. It's really beautiful. So again, you can have her from looking down, looking up at you, all that kind of stuff. So they really nailed this figure, and honestly, I'm happy that they did. because I believe this was $71, which I will get into in just a minute. In terms of quality, it's as solid as a brick, honestly. It's pretty hefty. It doesn't feel hollow. The quality of the faces is amazing. The paint job, where it is on there, it's there. You can see everything very well done. So again, in terms of quality, almost perfect, really. And even the actual mask itself, you may think that this is pure cloth, that it was just added to the figure. No, it's plastic. But something that I really like is the actual stitching on the mask that makes it look like it's actual cloth. It feels like cloth too, so it's really nice how they were able to accomplish that all together. So again, in terms of quality, perfect in my opinion. I think they nailed it with this one. So in terms of value, I do think that this figure is a little bit expensive in terms of the actual retail price for it, which is, again, $71. It was an expensive figure for sure. That's a for sure thing, I think. So again, in terms of like pricing, I do think she's actually quite a bit too expensive in my opinion. She is currently available in the Big Bad Toy Store website. So if you wanted to get her, or even wait a while to actually get this figure down in price, I think that is going to be a good idea. So don't expect it to go down in price that often. So yeah, overall, I do think it's a very good figure for you to have, in my opinion. So again, very good. Really love it. Absolutely in love with this one already. So again, sort of leading into my final thoughts, I think they nailed it with this bust figure as a whole. It's my first figure that's like just a bust from all the way from the torso up. So I like it. I love it. I think they nailed it. It's a very hefty figure. If it was like a regular 2B figure like this, it would probably be the same size as the SH figure arts, a little bit bigger, but it's a very good one. So again, I have no issues whatsoever. I'm going to give this a perfect 10 out of 10 because they included both faces. So that's one thing that I really like. And again, the tracking eyes, I did not know this had the like glass eyes where they could track you. That was really what sealed the deal for me, like after actually getting this figure in hand. So overall, beautiful figure. They executed it perfectly. Although I do wish there was probably some paint here and there, just kind of some shadows, but I think the glossiness of the dress itself and the outfit really does complement her like matte finish skin and all that kind of stuff, and the glossy lips, the mole, all that kind of stuff. Mwah, perfect. But yeah, that is all the time I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this figure. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you interested in getting this? Again, I think this one was not as popular as other 2B figures, but I do think that if it does sell out, it's going to go up in price. So I would suggest getting it now or soon. But yeah, that is all the time I have for you guys today. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.